And go. Hey guys, it's Star the Flippin' Hippo. Thank you for joining us on our YouTube channel at Flippin' Hippos. Today is Monday, August 6th. That means it's time for What Sold on eBay. As you can tell by the title tonight, folks, we have a theme for this What Sold on eBay, and the theme is Ask for More Money. What do I mean by that? I mean, if you have great photographs, really good keywords, solid items, feedback to back it up, the sales to back it up, a lot of factors come into play. You can ask for more money than what the comps are, and you can get it. Sometimes it's going to take a little while, and you have to be resigned to wait for that slow dime rather than the fast nickel. And sometimes it doesn't take a long time. But when you do push your prices up way higher than the comps, I would suggest that you be prepared to wait for your flip. It's probably going to be long tail. It's probably going to sit for a while. It's going to be a slow dime, but it will pay off in the end. This is really good advice for volume sellers. If you have 2,000 items in your store and say you have a 0.5% sell-through rate, if you're selling 10 items a day and you're listing 10 to 20 a day and you have that constant revolving door of sales, everything that you add each day can take a long time to sell. You can sit on that and you can wait for the price that you want and still have sales every single day. If you have consistent sales and you have enough items in your store that your sell-through rate's going to stay up, you can definitely price all of your items higher and wait for them to sell without seeing a lapse in sales or a slowdown in sales. Does that make sense? So again, I want to reiterate, you've got to have really great photographs. For example, I had a couple of Pooh Bears, and I'm going to show them to you, and I'm going to talk a little bit more in detail about them in a minute. When I checked the comps, there was only a couple other ones like mine, but there were pictures of them on a couch in the dark almost, pictures of them on a floor. The other people that had these Pooh Bears up did not have great professional photography. They didn't have their Pooh Bear against the white background or with the professional lighting. Their keywords were basically Pooh plush or whatever. So I knew if I took great photos with great lighting and crammed a ton of great keywords into my title, I could ask for a lot more, and I was willing to sit on them. Surprisingly, they went really fast, and I got what I wanted. So I'll talk more about that when I show them to you. You guys know I usually start my show off telling you how many packages went out each day, and then we'll get into what sold. And with each of these items that I show you, if it was something that we were crazy with the prices, I'm gonna tell you, and maybe some of you listening can start to raise your prices a little bit more. I mean, if you're confident in what you have, you can do that, you guys, and we can start racing to the top instead of racing to the bottom. All right. We had just gotten back from Vegas last weekend. You guys know that. Our sales were really slow. We were on vacation mode. We had 10-day handling on the entire time we were gone. And we had to really hustle and put our noses to the grind to get our store awake and thriving and back on track to the sales that we're used to seeing. I wanted to mention that as well because I know that a lot of people get discouraged, and I don't want you to get discouraged. If you keep listing every day or tweaking your unsolds or ending some of your good till cancels and revamping them and putting them in as new listings, if you're active every day on eBay and you're doing something to show Cassini that you're active, she does appreciate it, and your hard work will pay off. You get back what you put into this reseller business, and that's true on Poshmark as well. I know this is a What Sold on eBay video, but it's also true on Posh. Almost immediately from getting back and sharing our closet 3 times a day and doing the offers to likers, we saw our sales pick up extravagantly. So whatever you put in, you're going to get back. Don't get discouraged. Just keep working. Just keep doing something every day to stay active. Listen to the amount of packages we had each day as the week wore on, as Keith and I were grinding away and hustling every single day to work really, really hard. You can see that the sales increased all week long into the weekend, where we had an amazing weekend. So Tuesday we had 7 packages for eBay go out the door. We had 1 for Posh. Wednesday we had 3 packages go out the door for eBay. We had 3 more sales that day, but they hadn't quite paid yet. On Thursday, we had 6 packages total out the door. Only 2 of those were eBay and 4 of those were Posh. And on Friday, it was my lucky number 13. Those are the amount of packages. 11 were eBay, 2 were Posh. And then over this weekend, we sold a total of 40 items. 6 of those items were Posh. I had 6 sales over the weekend on Posh and 34 for eBay. But we only had 33 packages go out. The math does add up. We had one guy buy 5 shirts and somebody else bought 4 items. So we had some multi-orders. But you can see there, as the week wore on, as we worked hard, we regained our momentum and we recouped from being on vacation mode. So let's just take a look at some of the stuff that's sold this week. I got a lot of plushies here. I got 6 plushies to show you because I'm really thrilled. So this is like a corduroy. He's really neat. This is a corduroy poo. Let me see if I can show you like a close-up of his skin. I don't mean his skin. I mean his furs, I guess. But see how it's like the material? He was real soft but rough at the same time. He's like I said, he's corduroy. He has an adorable little face. And he has a shirt, and he is a Disney store poo. I found this specific poo when I comped him. There were like 2 or 3. The pictures were not that great. And he was comping for like $10 and $12. And I was not okay with that. This is a Winnie the Pooh from the Disney store that is in amazing condition. The Winnie the Pooh movie just came out. I didn't want to sell it for $12. So I listed it high, $20 with best offer. And he sold on August 2nd. I actually have to check my dates because I listed him last Wednesday night and he sold the next day on Thursday. I did take a best offer of $18, but that's okay because like I said, every other one like him was only $12 and I listed high at $20. So I took the best offer of $18. He was first class. He went to Poly. But that is a really good example when you're doing the comps, especially if there's only a couple other ones just like yours. If you know you can get these better photographs and you can cram all these nice keywords here in the title, you can ask for more. If you have a store that's been around for a long time and you have lots of really good feedback, you can ask for more money. Reputation, photographs, keywords, all of these things come into play to where you can ask for money and be confident that you're going to get it. I would suggest putting best offer on though, and be willing to take a little bit less because you know you're listing so high. So this is a jumbo. He's only a Fisher Price. You see right here his Tushy tag. He's a Fisher Price poo. So he's not like a Disney Parks or a Disney store poo. He is a Fisher Price. But this guy is 2 feet big. You can see in the photo here he is not on the white background. This poo was so big I couldn't fit him into our photo area that we have set up. He was like hanging off the sides and his head was flopping down. He just didn't look right. So I just made my bed up real nice with our black fuzzy blanket there. You can see the headboard and the wooden wall in the back. So I mean this isn't ideal. I would have liked him to be on an all white background, but he still looks good. He's laying on the bed. He has both professional lights on either side on him. I comped him and there was a couple others. I want to say maybe only 1. I can't really remember. But it was like 1 or 2. And because he's so big, I guess everybody was having issues with how they were photographing him. There was one that I saw, I think, on the floor. They just weren't that great. And a lot of the titles were just Jumbo Winnie the Pooh, Giant Winnie the Pooh. So I took these really good photos and I crammed my title up here again with all these really good keywords. I listed him at $30 plus shipping because he was so big and weighed so much. And that was another thing. I saw people asking like $12 for him with free shipping. And he weighs like 2 pounds. I saw really low prices and free ship. So no, that's not what I wanted to do. So I charged $30 plus shipping. I did calculated shipping. And this guy was listed the same night as the other poo. So that would have been 2 days. He sold 2 days after going up. I got a best offer of 25, and I took it because I knew full well that the other poos that are just like him that were on here, the people had listed for 12, free ship, 15, free ship. So the fact that they were going to give me 25 and pay the shipping, I immediately accepted the best offer. But there's another good example, you guys, of asking for a lot more and getting it. And both of these poos went within 1 day overnight for this one, and this guy went within 2 days. Probably not normal. Probably if I were to price my plush that much higher than the others, I normally would be sitting on them for a while. But the movie just came out, so they probably went that quick because everybody's in a poo frenzy after they've seen Christopher Robin. This guy, he is just a Forever Collectibles. It's not that big of a brand for plush, but he does have the sticky hands. They're Velcro. Don't tell anyone I said so. He has the hook and loop hands, and he is a Pittsburgh Pirates monkey. I found him at the bins probably like 9 months ago. He's been around for some time. He at one point was all the way down to like $9 or $10 because we had lowered his price, and I believe he was one of the older ones whose pictures weren't that great, so I pulled him down. I redid his photos. I didn't even comp him. I just threw him up for $15, and he went within a week. That shows you too, the better photos he sold. He sat around forever when my photos weren't like this. This is the Cold Cares, Clifford the Big Red Dog. This is not the really giant one you guys may have seen in my haul a couple weeks ago. That one I still need to test out. He has a battery box. I need to see what's going on with him. This is just a different one. This one's a foot tall, so he is a pretty big Clifford. He was comping around $10, $12 free ship. So I threw him up for $14 free ship. He did sit around for about 2.5 weeks, and then he hit our sale, and he went for $13.30. Here's Daffy the Duck, you guys. Isn't he cute? Look at his little... I don't know if I got a close-up of his face. Look at his little tuft of hair on his head. I think it's so cute. His little tuft of hair. Alright, so this guy, he was listed a couple weeks ago. He sat around for maybe 3 weeks. He went on our 5% off sale. They go on the 5% off sale after 14 days. So we know they've been up for like 2 weeks, 3 weeks, almost 4 weeks, whatever. When they finally sell, they are 5% off. So he sat around for a while, but he went in less than a month. When I did the comps, people were all over the place with him. Some were 10, 12. I decided he is vintage. You can tell by his tag here. It's from 1991. It's a nice tag. And he's Daffy the Duck. So I asked for 20. I had to sit for almost a month, but I did get 19 out of him. And Baby Simba and a Leaf. Baby Simba and a Leaf has been in our house for a year. He hasn't been listed the full year. He has a kind of a weird story. So I got him last year at a church flea sale. I believe he was free. I might have told the story on the channel already. But we went to this church flea sale, and we went into their stuffed animal room, and they had Disney Parks and Disney Store and Disney Authentic plush all over the store. Let me scroll through here and let you look while I talk. And both of my sons and Keith and I loaded up. Our arms were just full of plush. We went up to the front where the nice volunteer lady was ready to bring us out, and she started counting all the plush and putting them in a bag. And there were so many, and she was just funny. She got to 7 and pretty much packed the bags full, and she kept going 7, 7, 7, 7, 7, 7 for a while, and then she finally went 8, 9, 10. But she kind of just gave us a ton of them for free because we bought so much. Look at his tag. Disney's Babies. He is from Disneyland, Walt Disney World. He's an authentic theme park plush. He is a little tiny... cute Simba. He's real soft looking, and he's wrapped in this leaf. So the photos I had up of him were bad. They were way back when we were taking them on top of a black shelf with a wooden wall background. So we had 2 collars going on in the photo. The lighting was terrible. I had him listed for maybe 25 the first time because he was Disney Parks and I was greedy. He ended up being taken down because I recomped him and I saw that he actually is one that people do sell for 20. Mine wasn't moving, so I took him down with the intentions of rephotographing him. And you guys know life happens, things happen, things get put off. So he finally got put up sometime right before we went to Vegas, because you can see he's on the 5% off sale. So he was up for a couple weeks before he sold for $19. That's a pretty normal comp for him though. But like I said, mine sat around for a long time and he just wouldn't move, and I think it was because of the bad pictures. And then when I took him down with the intent of rephotographing him, he was down probably, I'll be honest, maybe 4 to 6 months. And maybe I forgot. I might have forgotten about him. There was a ton of plush that we pulled out of our store. Like, we just went in the back end and pulled them all down and wrote them on a paper, intending to put them back and rephotograph them. The papers got lost when we moved our room. Just things happen. Life happens. He finally got put back in as the point, and he did sell for $19. Alright, this is Donald Trump Signature Collection 100% silk necktie. You guys may remember this from a haul video the day we ventured out to a new to us Goodwill, and we had the free ice cream. I don't know what this is doing. And showed it to you guys that day. Keith paid $3.50 for it. $3.50 for each of the Trump ties. So this tie is another really super good example of asking for more. Keith brought these Trump ties home and he comped them, and it looked like most people were selling them for $20. A couple of months ago, most Trump ties went for $40, and I remember a bunch of people saying that they sold them for $20. I kept telling people, you can get $40 for them. Stop. You're going to run this to the bottom. You guys are racing to the bottom on the Trump ties. And now when you comp them, guess what? Most of them go for $20. You used to be able to get $40 to $60 depending on the color and style. Because we had cross-posted this one to Posh, Keith decided he was just going to list it for $40 because that's what he wanted for it, and that's what we typically, in the past, every time we've had a Donald Trump tie, we get $40 for it. So Keith decided to list it for $40, cross-posted it to Posh, where we thought it might sell first for more. No, it went on eBay. We accepted a best offer of $36. But this is a purple tie here. There's a lot of them on eBay. This is a really good example. Like the poos that I showed you, there was only a couple other poos on eBay. There's a lot of Donald Trump on eBay, the ties, a lot of the purple ones even, that are going for $20, and Keith just took really great pictures. He used really good keywords, and he asked for $40, and we got a best offer of $36 and accepted it. And then this is the Coupe de Gras of the week, y'all. This is our best sell of the week. This is another DVD VCR combo. This is a Sansu. It's not even that great of a brand. It's not a well-known brand. It was $10 at the Goodwill, and it came with its remote, which is always a super duper plus, you guys, if you find them with the remotes. Even though the brand wasn't that, you know, it's not like Sony or whatever, Keith comped this. Most people sell it for about $70, $75. He asked for $80 plus calculated shipping. He was confident that he had great pictures, that he had good keywords up here. We had, I think I said, we had the remote. So this had a lot of things going for it, that he decided to list it for $85, which is about $10 over comps. You can see that it sat long enough that it went on the 5% off sale. This was listed before Vegas, so it was up during the whole shebang of 10-day handling and vacation mode. As soon as we got back and fixed it to same-day handling, it sold pretty much within that week. Or did sell within that week. I shouldn't say pretty much. We've only been back for a week and a half. So yeah, this, when we got back from Vegas and fixed the handling time on it, it went on the 5% off sale. We got the best offer, and Keith They offered 60 something. He went back with 72.50, which is about 10% off of the sale price right there. So we did get $72.50 for it. We ended up getting about what it comps for, but he did start it a lot higher and let it sit around. This is a better example of listing high and then having to wait. He listed it like $10 more. He had to wait. Finally, when it went on sale, it got attention. But this could have also been something that didn't sell right away because of the vacation time and the vacation mode and the 10-day handling. It may have gone faster like the Pooh Bears did. The Pooh Bears might have only gone that quick because the movie came out. There's like a lot of variables. So like I said at the beginning of the video, if you get to a point where you're confident in your pictures and you're confident with your keywords, you have a lot of feedback, you have a really good store, you have the volume to support yourself, raising prices, so you'll keep getting sales. You won't like suddenly see sales stopping because you raised your prices. When all these things fall into place and you start wanting to list your stuff at higher prices than the comps, I would say be prepared to sit on it for a little bit longer than you're used to, but in the end, you're making more money and we're not driving the market down. So when you see me in my haul videos showing you guys things we find, and I'm telling you, oh, we're going to ask $20 for this, or we're going to ask $50 for this, and you think I'm exaggerating and you think I'm out of my mind, only one of those statements is correct. I am not exaggerating, and yes, I am out of my mind, because most of the time we ask for more than the comps and we get it, or we get close to it because we put best offer on it and we're willing to sit. So if you ever like question, you know, like, oh my gosh, she's quoting really, really high prices on these things in her haul videos that she's going to list them for, and I know they don't comp for that. They don't comp for that. Everyone else is selling it for less. Keith and I just ask for more because we can and we get it, and I encourage you guys to try it. Just try it with a couple of things. Try it with popular like Pooh Bear plushes right now while the movie's out. Spider-Man Venom is coming out soon. So if you get Spider-Man or Venom stuff, try it with that because the movie's coming out and it's going to be popular. Try it with electronics like this. I encourage you to just be confident enough in yourself once in a while when you have something really, really good that you feel you really want a good price for. List it a little bit higher than the comps and see what happens. We're never going to list a Trump tie at $20 because we know they're worth more than that. We're never going to list plushies at $12 free ship when they weigh 3 pounds and they're a popular character. So we do list really, really high. We are out of our minds. We don't exaggerate. We ask for more because we can. In the beginning, we didn't. We got more confident as time went by, and we kept experimenting. There's a couple other resellers out there I can think of off the top of my head. Megan Mawhinney, most of you are familiar with her. She, on the daily, flips jeans at high prices, way more than even I can get for them. And she just does it. She has great photos. She has great keywords. Some of you have seen her on Casey's show. She just does it every day. I've seen her get $35 for American Eagle. She just does it. And then Jamie Pace, most of you know him for his ties. Well, his photos are amazing to begin with, but he can get $80 for a tie. I'm lucky I can get $20 for, because he's got great photos. He's got great keywords in his titles, and Jamie will sit on a tie forever. He's all about that slow dime, and he will wait to get what he wants. So it's just something to keep in mind. Instead of all of us trying so hard for that fast nickel and racing to the bottom and driving the prices in the market down, maybe we should all be thinking about just having better pictures and better keywords and more confidence in asking for more, and maybe we'll drive the prices back up and we can race back up to the top and we could all make more money, because at the end of the day, that's what we all want to do. We all want to make a lot of money. And I understand that knocking your prices down and getting that fast nickel, you get more money more quickly. Like right now, visibly in your hand, you'll have more money. But in the long run, you'll have more money realistically, numerically, if you list things higher. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. Are you a person that does the slow dime or the fast nickel? Do you follow the comps? Do you list right where they're at? Do you kind of go somewhere in the middle, like if they're low and high? Or do you go way above comps and just hope that you can ask for more and get it. Let me know how you price according to comps. Do you follow the comps, or do you just kind of do your own thing? If you like this video, do me a favor and smash that like button. I would really appreciate it. If you haven't already, you'd like to, please subscribe to our channel and help us feed a hungry hippo. You can find us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. We are at Flippin Hippos. Until next time, you guys have a good night.